Hey there, Mr. N, coming at you from my bunker. Maybe you're feeling like I'm looking about now. This topic is driving me crazy. I've been working on it for weeks. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. Well, good news. I'm here to move you along. So, part of the modified engineering design that we're following is developing a driving question. So, today I want to talk about how to do that and show you some things to develop that question. So if you remember a week or so back, I showed you how to do a mind map on the topic of homelessness. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same topic, homelessness, to help model how to make this driving question. So I went and I searched the word homelessness and came up with 15,900,000 hits on pages with the word homelessness. Unbelievable. 15 million. So we know it's impossible to go through all those hits. If I gave 10 seconds per page, it would take 5 years to read with no break. No cookies, no milk, no break, just reading on homelessness. And the fact is, a lot of those pages wouldn't even be about homelessness. Just because they have the word homelessness in them doesn't mean they're about homelessness. So we've got to come up with a better method. Enter the driving question. So we're going to use a driving question frame like this, what I have in blue here, to help us focus our topic. So there's really two parts. There's the how can I? So you're going to come up with something that's going to help you then solve that problem. So what I want to do now is model for you using a think aloud. So I've used the topic of homelessness, and I'm going to go through the process of coming up with a driving question that's going to help me focus this topic and move forward with my research. All right, here we go. I saw a TV show about a group of college kids that went out and attacked homeless people for sport. It was really horrible, so I wondered how often this really happens and if this is a real problem that needs to be addressed. So going back to my question, so here's the frame. How can I do something that will help to solve this problem? So I need to fill in these blanks here to build this driving question. So I'm not sure about the beginning part. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I know what the end goal is, which is to help improve the safety of homeless people. So now I've got the end part. I know what my solution is. I want homeless people to have better safety. So as I thought about this, then I'm getting more focused. So I searched attacks on homeless, and I got about 1 million hits. And so as I looked through these hits, I realized some of them are kind of old. I got a 2007, and there were some older articles, but I also got some really recent ones, as recently as August 19th, 2015. And then I looked at this Huffington Post one, the very first one here, and saw some interesting stats. What I read in the Huffington Post was that homeless people experienced a 23% increase in targeted attacks in 2013, meaning people specifically seeking out homeless people to attack. Okay, so it's definitely, as recently as 2 years, was increasing. So, this is a big problem. So as I continue to think about it, I know that my solution is, I want to improve or help to improve the safety of homeless people, but I'm really not sure how to go about this. And as I thought about it, one of the things that popped in my head was, I'm not really sure if many people know this is a real problem. Maybe they just think it's invented for a TV show like I did. Sometimes shows will use real kind of sensational topics to try to get ratings and, viewers. So I was wondering if that was the case. So if many people don't know it's a problem, then the first step is to let people know in case they want to try to help. So now I've got an idea in my mind for how to fill in the first part of this question. So what I came up with was this. I wonder how I can raise awareness by increasing media attention on the issue of violence against the homeless that will improve the safety of homeless people. Okay, so I've got this driving question, and honestly, it's kind of long, it's kind of cumbersome, so as I did more research, I was starting to think maybe I need to revise it, and that's definitely a part of this process, revising the driving question. So it's usually necessary to revise your driving question as you find new information. For example, after narrowing my search to attacks on homeless people, I realized that there is a lot of media coverage on the issue, so maybe that's really not it. So maybe I'm thinking that it's not that people don't know about the problem, but maybe it's that they don't feel a personal connection to the problem. So as I thought about this, maybe I need to revise my question to something more like this. How can I help people to create a personal connection to the victims of violence that will improve the safety of homeless people? So as I think more, as I do more research, I begin to, now that I have a driving question, I begin to revise that driving question so I really get it to what it is that I'm trying to solve. What is the real problem and what is the real solution? So at this point, I see part of the problem is people don't really feel personally connected to homeless people, and therefore, they're not going to know how to help them. So if I can increase the personal connection to the victims, I can help to improve the safety of homeless people. Yes, we have now gotten a driving question on homelessness. So your task now is to go out with your topic partners and discuss how you might come up with a driving question, talk about it, think it through, and have fun with it, and good luck.